What it is, it's your boy True McFadden, aka Do-Rag True, with True Be Talking, and in this video, I gotta give my reaction to the Keyshawn Davis versus Nahir Albright rematch. Hey yo! I said, hey yo, what it is, man, it's your boy Do-Rag True. Y'all already know, man, I had to come on and give my reaction to some of the fights that happened over the weekend. I'm gonna start at Friday night. One of the fighters I've been watching pretty much since he fought Boots that second time, Keyshawn. I watched his fight against Patty Donovan on Friday night, and he actually ended up losing that fight. This was a fight for the it was an IBF World Title Eliminator, so of course, you know, whoever wins has a chance at, you know, fighting for the IBF welterweight title. But of course, Keyshawn lost the fight. Patty Donovan fought a really smart fight, fought a really good fight. He had a really good game plan, really good strategy. Looked like his plan A worked out beautifully. He just worked for the full fight, which is basically sitting back and counterpunching. He was just looking to counterpunch Keyshawn. I don't know if Keyshawn, if he just saw something in him to where he saw something in Karen where he'll be able to just stand back and counterpunch all night, and he knew he wouldn't be able to figure it out. And that's pretty much what happened. Like, you know, Patty Donovan, even when you know, just sitting back throwing counters wasn't working, he stepped forward. He would throw a punch. He would throw some punches to make Karen, you know, throw back, and once he did, he'd get tagged. There was 2 knockdowns in this fight. You know, Keyshawn got knocked down twice. The second knockdown in the 8th round, I didn't agree with that. It was definitely just a push. But I mean, at that point, you pretty much at a shutout. So, you know, by the 8th round, it's pretty much, you know, you got to get a knockout to win the fight at this point. So the second knockdown, I don't think it really mattered as much when it comes to like the scorecards, because this fight did ended up, you know, going to the cards. But, you know, Patty Donovan, congratulations to Patty, fought a really good fight, and he beat Keyshawn. Hopefully he gets to get his title shot, and we'll be seeing that sometime in the near future, hopefully. And I think the Lewis Crocker is who he's going to be going up against, which he's already fought twice and lost twice to him. So, you know, we'll see what happens with that. Next, from Saturday night, we had Filip Hrgović going up against Dave Allen. Before I get into that fight, I just want to say, if you have the zone, go back and watch that card. Like all 3 or 4 fights before the main event, all those were good. Really, they've been putting on some really good fights on the zone, and this card had some really good fights on the undercard. So definitely go check them out. But to the main event, Filip Hrgović versus Dave Allen. If you ever seen Dave Allen fight, he's really not much of a boxer. He's more of a brawler, kind of like you know, I think I call him a bar fight brawler, like a bar fight fighter. He's in there. He's gonna swing. He's gonna take punches, and he's gonna swing for the fences. And if he catches you, he might put you on your ass. But in this fight, you know, he's going up against a much taller guy in Hrgović. Hrgović was smart. Was boxing smart. Dave Allen couldn't get in and get any punches off on him, so Hrgović just kind of was just standing there and just beating the brakes off Dave Allen. Just beating the brakes off this motherfucker, bro. I mean, he couldn't do anything. He couldn't really reach him. Hrgović would hit him with something every time he tried to swing or tried to get something going. So, you know, they ended up, Dave Allen's corner actually ended up throwing in the towel in the 3rd round, because he basically was just a walking heavy bag. He was just walking around taking punches. Like, there wasn't really much he could do in there against Filip. So Hrgović definitely got the win, got an easy win in this one. After the fight, he was asked about, you know, would he be willing to fight Moses Atama next? You know, he stated that, you know, after it make sure that he didn't have any injuries or anything, which, you know, the fight only went 3 rounds. He did have a little bit of a cut above his eye. Didn't look like anything too serious, but, you know, he was like, he'd go back and talk with his team, and they'll see what they're going to do next. But hopefully, maybe, you know, maybe we'll get him against Atama next. I'm just ready to see Moses Atama fight anybody. Or not anybody. I'm ready for him to fight better competition, but I'm definitely ready for him to fight for a world title. I don't know if Usyk would be the guy that he would need to. I don't think he needs to just run up to Usyk just yet. But maybe like Daniel Dubois, definitely maybe getting this fight with Hrgovic to try to. I guess they're trying to work out who, if one of them will be up for a title fight next. So that'll definitely be a good fight to watch. I definitely, just early prediction, if it do happen, I definitely got a Toma winning that fight. But in the meantime, congratulations to Hrgovic getting that big win over Dave Allen. Next, we have the on the Keyshawn Davis versus Nahir Albright card. These fights were pretty good too, but the only one I really want to talk about outside of the main event is the co-main event, Brian Norman Jr. versus Josh Wagner. This fight, it was really just to get a chance to see what Brian Norman Jr. looked after, coming back from that loss to Devin Haney. And I gotta say, we didn't get to see much. First of all, this fight only lasted to the second round. But the little bit that we got to see from Brian Norman Jr., he looked fast. He looks strong. He looks bigger than he was in the Haney fight. His jab looks like it's improved a lot, and it was really fast. And I mean, he kind of just stood there and again beat the brakes off of Josh Wagner. He just whooped his ass like real quick, real fast. In the second round, after he knocked Wagner down, the man started complaining about his shoulder. Like, I don't know if Norman knocked his shoulder out of place or something with one of the punches, but he was complaining about his shoulder. They ended up stopping it. I mean, he was already pretty much knocked out at that point, but they went on and stopped the fight. So Brian Norman Jr. got a really good, second round knockout win. Of course, Josh Wagner really wasn't much of competition for him. So definitely waiting to see what he's going to do next. I'm pretty sure he's going to get a step up in competition in the next fight. Right now he's at 147. That fight was actually at 148 with him and Josh Wagner. But I think he's still campaigning at 147 at the super welterweight, or it's just welterweight. At welterweight, but I mean, definitely when it comes to going up in competition, you have plenty of competition there at 147. Plenty of fights that could be made at 147. Definitely can't wait to hear what he's going to do next, and can't wait to see him back in the ring. We might even get him back in the ring before the summer is out, because like I said, this fight only went 2 rounds. I mean, he looked like he had just went on a quick jog or something, bro. Like he did nothing happen in this fight to Brian Norman Jr. But definitely waiting to see what he's going to do next. And then, of course, for the main event of that card, that boy Keyshawn Davis had his rematch against Nahir Albright. Now, in my prediction video, I talked about how Nahir is a really good fighter, how their first fight, it was really close, it was really competitive, and it was. If you go back and watch their first fight, it was really competitive, kind of back and forth. You can see Nahir Albright definitely is a good fighter. And even in the fights following that Keyshawn Davis fight, that first Keyshawn Davis fight, you can see Nahir Albright was a really good fighter. He's a pretty good fighter, man. Like, really gave Keyshawn some trouble. He ended up beating Kelvin Davis, and he gave Frank Martin all he could handle. And I think a lot of people think he actually beat Frank Martin, which I think he did too. So, really good fighter. He's a good fighter. But Keyshawn Davis made him look like nothing out there, bro. He made that man look so regular. Like, Nahir couldn't do anything in this fight. I don't remember him throwing a lot of punches because it just seemed like he couldn't get anything off. Keyshawn was fast. Keyshawn was strong. He was accurate. If you go back and watch the first fight compared to the second fight, you can clearly see Keyshawn being bigger and better. You can see the growth from that first fight to the second fight, and it's amazing. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's really amazing. And I think since that fight, Keyshawn maybe had 3 fights, maybe since then, 2 or 3 fights, same as Nahir Albright. But from where they were the first time they met to this time, I mean, it looks like Nahir Albright they was right here. Nahir might have went to here, and then fucking Keyshawn just went, bro, out of this. Like, it's ridiculous how much better he looked in this fight and how much more focused and, like I said, bigger, how much bigger and stronger he looked in this fight compared to that first one. So definitely this fight was at 140. I think Keyshawn is probably going to be looking to, I think he should look at moving up to 147. There's, like I just said, there's a lot of smoke at 147. There's some good fights to be made. There's some good fights to be made at 140. But dude, I mean, just looking at Keyshawn on Saturday night, bro, I don't know if he really is a 140-pound fighter. Dude looked big as hell. So I think he could easily make 147. And if so, definitely ready to see what he's going to do next. If he stays at 140, same thing. Ready to see what he's going to do next. Ready to see who's going to be willing to get in the ring with him, because he looked absolutely great in that fight on Saturday night. But that's how I feel about it. Let me know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. And of course, we got another big fight this weekend. I say big because it's Usyk. We got Alexander Usyk getting back in the ring. He's going to be going up against Rico Verhoeven, who is I guess one of the greatest kickboxers of all time, going up against one of the greatest, heavyweights of all time. So we'll see what happens there. I think his undisputed all 4 belts are up for grabs in this one. They're going to be fighting, in front of the pyramids. So it's definitely going to be. I'm definitely watching. I'm definitely going to be watching. I know that boy Shiraz is going to be back in the ring. See what he's going to do as well. But of course, again, hit me up in the comments, man. Let me know what y'all think about them fights coming up this weekend as well. I don't think I'm gonna do a prediction video for Usyk versus Verhoeven, because I kind of don't care. Just to keep it real with you, kind of don't care. I do like watching Usyk fight, but this is one of those I'm just doing it type shits. Like, he could have definitely gave another actual boxer a shot at it, but it is what it is, man. I'm still gonna watch. I'm still gonna be tuned in. This your boy Do Rag True. I'm out.